What's up? I'm HUGZ. That's Sam. Welcome to
You still give her your
HUGZ and Sam. Today we're getting into Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 50. Last episode, what all happened? So, Al is now shacked up with Pride inside of a Hershey's Kiss of dirt that was made by Hohenheim.
By the Ho.
By the Ho. And then we heard a little bit of a story time from Pride talking about Miss Bradley, who we'll get into craziness going on with her in just a second. Yes. Mama Bradley had saved him from
getting
a car.
Hit by a car, yeah.
Well, she didn't even really save him. What happened was
jumped in front of him.
Yeah, she was willing to risk her life to save him.
Yes.
Without knowing that he could have protected himself. Yeah. Well, it showed to him that she would be willing to give away her life for him for nothing. Mm-hmm. You know, just out of that pure love.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how he laid out to Ed and Al, to Al, that Ed and Al would not have left. You know, to be able to escape them, and that's the reason why they make sacrifices or perfect sacrifices, whatever. Because of their what do you say, like never-ending spirit or something like that.
Yeah.
The fact that they would never run away, that they would always have to do the right thing and always be there to you know, essentially be against them.
Right.
The Ishvalan were all slain by Kimberly.
Yes, which was super intense. And it was very brief. We just saw it for like a split second. And it's kind of like one of those things like, well, what the hell happened there? Yeah. And then it's like, it was just so nonchalantly just thrown in there.
You know what I think happened there?
Very curious.
Kimberly killed all the Ishvalan.
Well, yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, just touched on for a second. Yeah. And you're just like,
how did that go down?
What the fuck?
How did let's see this situation. This was the after. Where's the before?
Yeah.
We also saw in the end credits, Miss Bradley gets rolled up on by the Central Forces. Mustang and his crew had abducted her, and apparently they don't really care if she dies. The only person that they need is Mustang.
They said, like, don't kill Mustang because, like, we can't let him die, basically.
Kill everybody else, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, like, get him and do whatever. It was
and then there was a gunshot, so
numerous gunshots.
Yes.
There's a lot of gunshots, so they could all be dead.
Yes.
Or that could be Mustang and crew took out all the Central people.
But you know the rule: you don't see the body.
You don't know who it is.
You don't know who it is.
Speaking of, Wrath still MIA.
Yes.
We never saw that body.
We never saw that body.
I'm trying to think of what else is going on in that. But
Fu's on his way to Central.
Fu's on his way to Central. We still haven't seen Mei Chang come back yet, but we heard
she's on Central. She's going to Central.
Well, we heard people tell Scar that she had already come back through, and
he was like upset.
Exactly. Now the thing that I'm really interested in seeing how this goes, and we'll get into the episode really soon, I promise. I talked about how is Wrath going to deal with the fact A, that his wife was taken. If she gets killed, B, how would he handle that?
Right.
And now that we've heard from Pride about the story from Mama Bradley, how is he going to take it?
Yeah.
If she gets killed.
And the fact knowing that it was like father's crew kind of thing, like that was like his one choice kind of thing, like he chose her kind of thing.
Well, so that's for Wrath. I'm saying on Pride's end, how's he going to feel about it?
Yeah, that's
because after seeing how he responded in that situation with Al there talking about Mama Bradley, Wrath is one thing. I wouldn't want to be on Wrath's bad side, but I'm like, okay, I feel like he could be somewhat managed by a really well trained warrior, or you know, like Ed may have a chance in fighting him, but Pride just scares the crap out of me. They couldn't beat him; they had to lock him up. You know what I mean? It's not like he is the one that scares me the most as far as being able to actually defeat him in combat in any way, because it's like he just feels ever present as long as there's shadow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's scary.
Right.
So I wouldn't. If you have Wrath on your bad side, it's like, okay. Pride on your bad side, I'm like, all right, we need to be moving to different countries.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Well, like it's just good that he's like locked up though, because like Al doesn't need food and all that. So like I love like that as well, like that he's like, will he die in there? Like I'm really curious how that's gonna.
I don't think he'll need food either though, because he's a homunculus.
But I mean, he would have said like, I don't need food. You know what I mean? And I think Hohenheim would have known that he doesn't need food.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I wonder if he's gonna like, is that gonna be what like takes?
Well,
him
I don't
out?
think their plan was to kill him. I think they just wanted him shut down till after the Day of Reckoning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think that was their plan at all.
Like, they don't want him... Because, I mean, I don't think Ed now would want to kill, so...
Yeah, well, exactly. And all it was, they just wanted to keep him shut down so that way he can't do anything to stop their plans and whatever they have going on. And also, he's out of the way if Father does have something going on. You know what I mean?
And then we also saw Greed going to Central...
And he was counting off all the people that were...
basically, like, I'm the only one.
And he's on the picture, Pride's locked up.
Pride and Gluttony.
Yeah, Gluttony.
Because Gluttony's in there.
He was, like, naming off all the people that are out of the way, and then he's talking about how he's going to take over the world. All right. So that's pretty much a solid recap of everything going on. There's a lot of stuff in the air. The Day of Reckoning is upon us. Ed's epic scene with the sun coming up and everything. Let's go ahead, check it out.
One question, though, real fast. I know, like, it just hit me. Pride can't use a shadow, but can he use Gluttony's, like, fighting, like, to eat, like, and attack Al using Gluttony? Because, like, he's been acting like a little kid, like an innocent little kid, but, like, they think that he just completely shut down because of the shadow, but... I
don't know what, like, ability he got from eating Gluttony. Like, does he get the truth thing? The portal?
Because, like, he was, like, hungry...
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
how
I don't either. He just can
the
smell.
Yeah, I don't know how merging the two works for him, but that is a good question. I guess theoretically, could he just blow a hole?
Yeah.
Just eat a hole out of the. Not even going after Al, but just eating a hole out of the wall so he can just go out. Yeah.
Word. Okay, cool.
I don't know how that works, but let's get into it.
I just had to say it real fast because it hit me.
Going down. So this is where we left off in the end credit.
Yep.
Yep, and it's the dudes from Central. Getting rolled. Oh! Damn!
Does this mean has my husband, has our country betrayed him? Or is it, has my husband chosen to abandon me?
I don't know.
I feel really bad for her.
Yeah.
And once the dust has settled, you can be the one to tell our country that we were always on their side.
That's smart for him, though, to have her endorsement.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, they were. Oh, dude!
They're like, oh, right.
Why the hell aren't they dead yet? How many have we lost so far?
We have 59 men injured, 0 casualties.
59.
0.
Because they're not about that life. They're not about killing these people. Dang.
Hey, Jeff, parking.
You better be thankful he's being tamed.
Yeah.
What's the toll? 5 wounded, but none dead. It's a miracle no one's been killed so far.
Oh, snap. I was like, damn, he got that freaking sniper rifle.
No doubt about it.
If there's one thing softer than Mustang, it's the men under your command. You might as well send in children.
Excuse me?
How about this? Why don't you let me step in and take command of a battalion?
Have you forgotten why you're here, Armstrong? Your leadership skills have nothing to do with your presence in this office. Holding you here as our prisoner helps to ensure that the soldiers of Briggs won't take it upon themselves to stage a coup d'etat.
They still would.
You don't understand a single thing about the resolve of my troops. The only law the men of Briggs know is survival of the fittest. They know to abandon
I love
me
this
if
music coming in like...
Don't even begin to assume that you know the soldiers I trained.
Chill!
Colonel Mustang is engaged in combat in the industrial district. The enemy is focused on his activities.
Oh, slow!
And here they come. Every single one of my men is capable of defeating a grizzly bear. I wonder if your dolls are as strong as my men. What do you think?
There's dolls. Dolls.
Oh, man! The full force of Briggs coming at you!
Oh my gosh, it is...
Buccaneer gonna handle! Oh, and I feel like the death toll's gonna start going up a little bit.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We used to renovate. Yeah. Figures.
Wow.
They aren't.
They're hardly using their guns to fight back. They might be out of ammunition. Then it's time for us to move in.
Funny bear.
Yoo-hoo, Riza!
Oh.
It's about time, Rebecca. I know, sorry, but I think you'll find it was worth the wait. I've got all sorts of goodies.
Oh,
my God.
snap!
We're setting munitions now, guys.
Got a full arsenal.
I love you.
Hey, zip it! You're not allowed to flirt with
Damn,
me
check
unless
out the
you got money.
bazookas.
It's good to see you, Colonel. It's been a long time, huh?
Is that the chick that run the desert that went across the desert?
Leah Ross, returning to activity
Yeah!
without permission.
What up? Without permission. I love that. That's freaking awesome.
I'm surprised they haven't charged in by
That's
now.
so
We do have
cool.
the flare.
This is such like, even though it's like a war and like a battle's going on, it's such a feel good because they're all back together.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't know you were involved in this. Not that I'm complaining. But I do
That's
have
so
to ask,
cool.
where did you procure all these weapons? And who did you go through to get them?
You asked who? I'll let him tell you.
Is it gonna be like
This
Havoc
is
or
Colonel
something?
Roy
Because
Mustang
Havoc was
speaking.
getting on that train forever
I'm
ago.
honored to have your support.
Man, whose ass do you think you're kissing? I'd prefer it if we kept
Yeah.
things casual, Colonel. Over 80 years
Oh,
we
that's
offer
so
everything
freaking
you could possibly
awesome!
need.
Because we saw him leave it on that train forever
Yeah,
ago.
and we were like, where's he going?
Yup.
Fullmetal
Oh, I'm so happy right now.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
I only wish Al was still around, you know?
Yeah,
Not
I do
stuck.
have a countermeasure for his transmutation circle, but I'd rather prevent him from activating it in the first place. He might have gotten too big for his old one, but he's still inside a flask. And if we destroy his container, we might be able to kill him. And not only that, we might be able to free all the souls that he has trapped inside of him.
Yogi, I think you should stay behind as well.
Fight with me.
Just be careful.
Right.
Fist bump. Fist bump through the wall. Is he still tapping on his head?
There's so many more to what's gonna happen in there.
I
His
want this
tapping was
area
almost
cordoned
like
off.
Morse code,
Mustang
yeah.
Squad will likely be headed here. Keep them out.
I feel like that would be a little too easy of a
Call off your
Yeah.
soldiers
of
right
just
now.
randomly
And
tapping.
who would
You
hear it?
stripped me of my command of the Briggs soldiers, remember?
All of the sacrifices made are an unavoidable part of it. Why don't you understand that?
You bastards are beyond hopeless.
What?
I want her to just oh, right as I was about to say it. Right as I was about to freaking say
You
it.
scum sit back and safely watch the battlefield as if it were some kind of spectator sport. I'm still not as merciful as our celebrated hero of Ishvar.
No, wait!
Yeah, that's right. That's
Oh
right.
my god.
Get it.
That's cold. That's
Freaking
Everybody
bust
else-
the one dude in the head.
everybody
turn
else
the,
not wanting to kill, and then here she is. shooting
turn
around
the other
forehead.
dude
Hey,
into a
Major,
shishka
Major
bitch.
Armstrong.
What are you doing here, Sergeant? Isn't this supposed to be your day off?
I saw the smoke from my house. What's going on down here, Major? First he murdered Lieutenant Ross, and now he's kidnapped the Fuhrer's wife? The man has got to be pure evil!
Wait. It feels like the presence has somehow tripled in size since yesterday.
Is it actually gonna be? Communication. Come on, man.
Not getting in there.
Is that really how it's gonna go
Military's
down?
got
That
it
it's like a
completely blocked
message?
off. Help me, please! My name's Edward Elric. I'm a state alchemist.
Wait, what was that? You said you're a state alchemist?
I need you to help me. Scar is trying to kill me!
That guy's on the wanted list! Hands up!
Dang. Really? Really?
Found it.
Why do I have to go with him?
It's best to divide the groups based on their skill in alchemy. Now remember, you told me that he was somehow able to turn off your alchemy.
Yeah.
Scar was still capable of using his, but you were rendered helpless.
How is that going to affect Hohenheim?
So who were you taking?
Like,
my
can he shut
alchemy
off
is a little
his?
unique, so I'll be fine on my own.
Alright. Which team would you rather be with?
Are you sure that you're gonna be okay with just the two of you?
Of course, I prefer it.
On Fawn and Hohenheim, me too, yeah.
I'd rather keep the young lady's company for myself than share it with a lot of you.
Pervy old man.
Let's go.
She can probably sense how powerful he is too, if she
So,
can, you know.
You're getting desperate to search for the Shini's prince, aren't you? Go find him.
But I...
You don't need to worry about us. You care deeply about him, don't you?
I would assume he was heading down that way though, because isn't he going to be going for father as well? And that's the whole idea of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What a pathetic excuse for an army. They can't even handle those Briggs mountain monkeys.
Please, sir, don't! We still haven't finished the soul bonding tests!
Shut up! What else are we gonna use?
Are they activating the...
This is the exact kind of situation we worked so hard to make them for!
I wonder what kind of abilities and stuff they would have, like...
Oh!
That's freaking... That's freaking crazy!
I have like goosebumps all over my body. That screech was so scary.
Well, the eyeball popping at first was
like it would
and
only
the
have one
screech
eye,
just made
like,
it even
what
crazier.
the
There's
heck?
no after on this, right?
No.
Fueled by...
Okay, so it's a... Dang. That's crazy. Creepy.
Yeah. Shit's about to go down.
Super about to go down. It's already been going down.
Yeah, but I mean, like, even more.
It's about to ramp up.
When's it gonna stop? Last episode, probably.
Holy crap! Yeah, last episode probably won't be any more after last episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So Pride seems to actually be communicating.
Yeah.
With those dumb taps. I don't like that, but I guess that's what we get. Like that's what's happening.
Cause like, can he just like?
Because I'm like, he's like inside of a thing forever away from Central, you know, like so far away,
to, like, talk.
just tapping on a helmet. Like it's not even, I don't know. It's just, there's so many other sounds coming from everywhere else in the city. Stuff's blowing up. Like if that actually is like a communication, it's just so weird that it is.
Yeah.
Unless Father just innately has like a connection.
A connection with all of
and
his,
can like hear and like understand through them. That makes a lot more sense to me.
Well, yeah, and I think that would be what it would be. It's not like he can like
But then why
actually
wouldn't
hear,
he just know?
But
like if they're in danger and where they are, like by feeling them.
Yeah. Cuz it's kind of like a god thing with like a child, you know, like whenever you like pray, he hears you kind of thing. Like so it's like him like sending a message where he can hear him.
We'll see how that pans out exactly. If it's as simple as like just a little Morse code thing, like I'm not very excited about that.
Yeah.
My body just made a weird sound. But anyway, we got all that fighting going on in Central.
So sorry.
I got chicken wanged. My calm down. Compose yourself, woman.
So sorry.
Compose yourself.
Your armpit farted.
It did, for real.
Anyway.
Briggs troops roll in. They're like going ham. We got Ross back in the mix, which I forgot about Denny. Yeah. I remember Ross.
I remember Denny now.
But it was
he
also
was like watching over Ed in the hospital with Ross whenever.
Well, there was
got,
more
like,
storyline with her though, you know, because we had the whole thing with the murder, and then she got shipped away, and. But I forgot about him until the after credits scene.
Were like,
were telling me about
he
him.
looks so much.
He still does, because I remember even back then saying that he did.
Yeah. Except just the eyes. The eyes aren't the same color.
I mean, I don't expect him to be a clown.
Yeah.
But like,
you could say a lot.
Relatable. Yeah. Well, we said Hawkeye looked kind of like them a little bit too, especially when her hair is down and like Ed's hair is down. Like, there's a similarity. Anyway. Lanfan going to look for Greed/Ling or Greeling or whatever they call him.
But then the noise, like the screechings, she stopped, you know. So
well, all of them did. All of them heard it.
Like she's probably like.
That's how intense it is. Like all of them heard it, except we didn't see May, did we?
No.
Because she's down in the tunnel too. You'd think that she would have had.
Did we see her? I don't remember.
I think when it showed the little flashes of everybody hearing it, I don't remember seeing her. They may have shown her,
but I don't know. So like, why
regardless,
did his, like,
you could hear it in a lot of different places.
Yeah, and why did Fu feel more strength just like 3 times it since yesterday? So like, and then it flashed to like the Morse code beating thing. So it's like, I don't know. It kind of made it seem like he was getting more angry because of stuff. Because he seemed like angry, like whatever pride was telling him.
For real though, he always looks angry. Just saying.
I don't really have like an exact theory, just because it's so like.
Hohenheim's off by himself now. Yeah. Heading towards father, and you would think out of all of them, he would know the best way to get to him. Like you would think like they could sense each other, whatever, due to their relationship.
And she probably also like this probably has nothing to do with it, but Lanfan.
Oh, okay.
Just probably like, I sense all this strength. I just want to go.
Yeah. Well, and I'm thinking Greed is heading towards father, and he was heading that way before everybody else.
Yeah. So like, why isn't he already down there?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
We haven't seen what exactly is going to go on with Wrath because we still have no sighting of him.
It's been a while too.
Exactly.
You know?
There's just so many things going on right now. All this action's going on in the town. All of my favorite pieces of the puzzle. All of the different Mustang
that Ross
and
is
friends.
Back.
Yeah.
So happy.
Without permission.
Yes, without permission.
And Havoc. That was so cool. They're like, okay, I want to take just a moment.
And I love too how it like cued into her mole. Because remember when Envy like used her form and didn't use the mole, and it's just like her like little Monroe, like Marilyn Monroe,
her little
like
unique
signature
thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to take a second. I want to talk about Havoc because speaking of like lust and everything that went down with that, like Havoc kind of felt like a sad sack. Like that he wouldn't be able to be a party to what's going on. Like he felt like he was no longer going to be a viable option for the team, be able to help them. And really, he came through so hard.
And like, cause she rolled up with all this freaking like guns and stuff, cause like they were out of weapons. Yeah. Like, they needed that so bad right then. So.
I'm just so stoked. Because,
and the way he says it too, like, you know, with the cigarette in his mouth.
I'm just so stoked because it's kind of like a little bit of like, not a redemption because he didn't really fail before, but just kind of like his return, his real like, you know, ascension, his I don't know. I'm excited that he's come back to be able to like be a party to what's happening and be able to really have a change the game moment for him and only him. Well, Ross a little bit too. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Something that was like he could really do it for the team.
Yeah.
Like I said, I also enjoy that the rest of the team is all together because it's just, I don't know, it just makes me really happy.
Yeah.
Because like the Mustang, now you know like he's like a foster kid and stuff like that, and he's very like rugged on his exterior, but you can tell like he has those emotional bonds with all these different people, and they're like his family. You know what I mean? So it's like everybody's back, and I'm just super happy. And while I'm like really happy about what's going on, Briggs is rolling in. I'm like losing my mind. Olivier's like freaking shishka-bitching people and shooting people. And it's like there's just all this epic stuff that's happening at the same time, but in the middle of all these people dying or getting wounded and stuff, it's like a feel-good moment. Yeah. You know?
It's so weird,
It's not like a war movie or something, you know?
Because, like, as soon as, like, the eyeball opened on the dolls, as she says it, I was like, that's exactly where she just shot that dude with the forehead.
That was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited to get into the next one, though, because, as you said, stuff's about to go down or get more down.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. So, like, we still don't know why Mustang would be a good, like, a perfect sacrifice.
Yeah, we kind of do now. Because he's one of those people that has a strong spirit.
Right.
Who can never run away.
Because it's like, it's
just who he is as a person.
Like, would give his life for someone else.
Would give his life for everybody, yeah.
Right.
Would never be the one to run away.
But what I was saying, because I remember, like, Pride, like, telling his story about his mom and stuff. So, like, I wonder if Mustang's done something that we don't know about, though, that's, like, directly reflects that.
Look what he's doing now.
Well, yeah, but, like, that's, like, as, like, his job. Like, he's, like, doing, like...
Yeah, well, I mean, look at Ed now we're doing their job. Before this.
Yeah,
what would they have done to show?
It was, like, what they did with their mom.
I guess. But, like, I don't know. I wouldn't...
Because, like, that's how I look at it. Because, like...
I look at that as kind of a weakness
like,
thing.
They did it for their mom, and then Azumi did it for her, you know, baby, and...
Yeah, I don't know.
So.
That is willing to give up, I guess. I don't know. They didn't know that they were going to give up themselves or a piece of themselves for that.
They didn't want that. Yeah.
They were hurting. They were sad. They were.
Right.
That's why I said I see that as more of like a weakness. Like they were distraught.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a different type of thing.
Right.
It's an indomitable spirit. Because Azumi still has that, even outside of the kid thing.
Yeah.
Just the way that she is. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like her survival instinct and stuff. And she's a teacher, and she is, you know what I mean? Like she gives back, and she defends her.
Because then with like that theory,
and...
then it would be like they wouldn't want to kill Mama Briggs Mama Bradley, because it would be like she, you know, was that way. She was that example. So wouldn't she be a perfect sacrifice?
He said she was. There's average people, and then there's the people who give their lives for a loved one, which is what Mama Bradley was.
Yeah.
And then outside of that was people who would basically give their lives for anyone, like people who would just sacrifice everything for everyone.
Right.
So she's at a different level. She's not at the sacrifice level. That's how he kind of explained the different ranks of people. Okay. Because he used her as an example of being like above the average people.
Yeah.
But then Ed now we're like
for everyone.
Essentially, like they would put their lives on the line.
So that's why you're saying that about Mustang, like
exactly
he would give his
for
life
Mustang
for
or Azumi or like they're heroes.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people that would do anything to save a loved one, which not everyone would. Right. There's some people who would do anything to save a loved one, and then there's people that are essentially just heroic, like they're just such strong-willed, strong-spirited people that they would never run away from injustice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's awesome.
So I think that's the way that's the layers of the cake.
Yeah. I still feel like then Olivier could be.
I've said that I definitely think that she would be a sacrifice candidate.
That
yeah.
From the beginning, like when we first met her, I don't remember who said it, but we were like,
she's awesome.
Her. Yeah.
I don't know. Let us know. I'm just going to finish this off because I want to get into the next one. I'm super excited. There's a lot of stuff going down. Let us know what you thought in the comments down below. Like it if you did. Sub if you don't already. Shout out to our patrons watching the full and early reactions up on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. You really don't know how much it means to us. It means the world. We'll be back with more videos soon. We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Armpit farts for the win.
Yeah.